So what was the secondary mission that you wanted me to do? There's the illustrated manual. Fistful of Digits is that one. Fistful of Digits. Is that a reference to A Fistful of Fingers, the first film directed by Edgar Wright as a student film? That is a hard cut reference right there if it is. Respect. Now comes the power deliveries message. All right, we'll do that one first. Let's actually do a quest eventually. And I should also probably Fistful of Dollars would be my guess. But the thing is, the reason I bring up the parallel is because Fistful of Digits, obviously digits being like fingers, and you have to deliver fingers to. It has to be a reference to Fistful of Fingers. Maybe both? Yeah, almost certainly both. Fistful of Fingers itself is probably a reference to something else as well that I don't know. Are you gonna judge me for stealing? I'm not gonna know for a while because I'm not stealing yet apparently, but here's hoping you don't. I think I'm gonna start leaving a couple things behind. Impact hammer. I mean, I can probably give that to my companion. 2 mags. Okay, that actually almost paid for itself. Okay. Can I equip you? A body. Companion ledger, and this is basically the same as what you have. Ah, it's actually even worse than the one that you currently have. Fine. One of these days I will actually stick to my convictions and proceed in a direction that's actually somewhere near a goal. Until such a time, though. Whee! We'll stick around the outside here because this is where the item's most likely to be. I mean, we now have enough heavy ammo that I can start using the sniper rifle more consistently. Oh, damn it. Get off a little more than I was ready to chew.
Everyone all right?
Pavati is incredible. Pavati is going to be doing most of my combat for me at this rate. Ethology log. Terra Ray mating habits. Kane Van Aker, space choice ethologist. Ethologist assigned to Terra 2. This week I've decided to study Terra Ray mating habits. The female Terra Rays leave their nesting area in the morning and return in the afternoon with random objects, typically shiny or bright. Then they build displays with these objects and perform what I can only describe as a dance for the audience of the males. If a male likes what he sees, the two go off and nest together in one of the nearby nests. Gerald, if you're reading this, I'm done waiting for you. Collect my things and meet me at the next site, and don't be late. I expect punctuality from my assistants. Either Gerald's already met a death, or we're going to be chasing them around the entire universe effectively. Model spaceship, that was a game as well, right? Yeah. This model, we've already seen that one. Nothing extra to check. Wait. That's actually just a straight up volcano flowing into the sea. Hell yeah. I'm almost certainly going to die if I jump on that, and I'm not even going to test it. Although in my own time, I almost certainly would. I've died enough times in this game so far already, though. I'm even going to go straight into this one. No sense of adventure. I've been doing nothing but running all across the map, everywhere except for the adventure. Time to actually do some. F5 for science. Got it. Thank you very much for the reminder. Much appreciated, Mola. So usually the kind of thing that I like to go for with RPGs in this kind of in this kind of like in this style of RPG game is build is build up a backlog of a bunch of quests and then go out and individually complete all of them in the same kind of similar area. What the hell? Just gonna heal up again. Although they're still blurring at the edges of my screen, so. Oh. Down the course.
Okay, going quiet.
Let's load our quick save before we do both of those. So you can't just turn off the mines by getting up close and touching them, like in the Fallout games? Did you kill your companion? Not yet. Actually, can the companions die? If they can, then I need to play much more safely with them. Just maimed? Cool. I keep accidentally using those. I need to move those off of F, I think. Okay. So she took a hit, but she's ultimately fine. Okay, we should be fine.
Here we go.
What? Is that like the actual town folk that are fighting me now? No, it's marauders. Okay, never mind. Raps, can you get on the roof? I don't know. I don't know yet at the absolute least. So, I mean, these can't be the marauders, as in the ones that we're supposed to encounter. They're way too far. So I think what I'm going to do is just try and take them out.
Incoming. Nice one.
Again. Blinded him something fierce. There's one coming around the outside as well. Damn it! Okay, at the very least, Pavati was holding up the other side. Fair enough. Much appreciated.
Everyone all right?
I didn't want to waste another shot. Are you kidding me? Big cartridge, all of those, skin tough salve, and a light machine gun. All right. Let's go on the inside of the town for a little bit. See if we can get just a little bit more out of it. Also, I mean, the entrances to the doors are on this side. No mines. Take all of those, thank you. I think at this point I will just be leaving all food and alcohol. I've used absolutely none of it so far. I'm not selling it at all either, so. 2 mag picks. Very glad I came in here. Even a third.
You're fast.
And a coolant tank that looks like it's just junk. Shamefully. Alright, I do want to go back to the ship and try and upgrade one of my weapons as well, because now I have enough mods that one of them has to be good. Become drunk for science? Alright, I mean, it's a weird thing to ask, but... Alright, let's try it in game, actually. You do actually get negative effects from it. Fair enough. This choice increases intelligence. No. Apple juice. Also no. I may not actually have enough to get drunk at this point. It depends. What kind of tolerance has my character got? Yeah, I'm afraid we're not drunk. I tried my absolute darndest, though. He just gets to watch me rob people endlessly. That actually opens a door, though. So I did not know that mag picks could open doors, I don't think, at this point. So now that I know that they can, I'm going to save more of my mag picks. But also, as soon as I get 2 mag picks, I need to come back here. No drunken Outer Worlds playthrough? No. Maybe drinking streams at some point in the future, but definitely not for a while. Mixing drinking with anxiety is not a great time in my experience, and I'm usually pretty anxious when streaming. Just at the moment. All right. Stay back here. Right. Oh, come on! I shot that head clean off. This is frankly just rude. Pavati, take care of that. No, Pavati got maimed. All right. The guns actually deal damage in this? You do fine, Raps? I wouldn't know if you didn't say anything. That is one reason that talking about anxiety is important to me, because it can be really, really easy from the outset, or rather from the outside, to think that, you know, oh, this is something that only I struggle with, unless other people share their experiences of it. Just one. Do you actually get like extra crit for sniping someone who can't see you as well, by the way?
Here they come. That's smart. You got him.
I mean, it's kind of going well at this rate. Where's the other one? One second. Come on, Pavati, you gotta be able to take one of them down at this rate. Or I can avenge you. No. That's not what. I shot you straight in the GD head with a shotgun 3 times at point blank. You're not allowed to be alive. Frankly, rude to consider. All right, I'm gonna stay even further back this time. Press C for the Pavati slam. Yeah, but the problem is, like, because most of them are near one another, or nearer one another than I and Pavati are, they just surround Pavati and then kill her at that rate.
Here we go.
All right. I mean, while you're still alive, I'll get you to do it, because otherwise I'm just wasting resources. Again, why was there a bottle? Was it alcohol? As in which? The real one? Yes. A gift from my partner for my birthday. Please configure how Pavati behaves. So how do I do that? Ah, right. Okay, weapon, try and use exclusively melee, thank you. And yeah, play a little aggressive, I think. That should be fine. Okay. I'm going to go back around the outside, snipe a couple of them off. Or as far around the outside as I can do before I would have to start blowing up mines and alerting them to my presence.
Okay, going quiet. Eyes up.
Down. Oh! So, this kind of reminds me of the speed at which you die in like games like Call of Duty and stuff like that. Can you give Pavati the heaviest armor that you currently have? It's a good point, well made. Let's go and try and do that. Also, let's try and make sure that I'm still wearing actual... Yeah, I'm not. I'm wearing paper at this point. Let's pop the 9 armor one back on. Unfortunately, the heaviest armor I have other than that is one-handed melee that it has bonuses to. That's not really going to help her. Yeah, hard at the beginning is hard. Yeah, I'm up to the challenge. Oh, yeah, your basic is already better than mine. That's fine. So I'll just give you the helmet. Maybe I'd have a better vantage point if I just went over this other side completely. Although then I have to hope that I'm not getting flanked by even more enemies.
Got it. Inside voices.
So they usually stalk around that sign. Not see any of them yet. What difficulty is this on? This is very hard. Very hard? Hard. It's the one up from normal and down from supernova.
Here we go. Nice one.
Hang on. God, every shot that we get clipped by is just way too much. Come on, pop up. I'm ready for you. Come on, Marauder. I was trying to wait for him to turn around and actually start aggressing again, but no, if they're just going to be passive about it, I'll kill him. Pavati's voice is muffled under her new helmet. Attention to details, ladies. Wild. It actually is. I want to hear that again. Let's get another combat circumstance. Community center. I mean, but there's lootables outside. Or at least what looks like lootables. I can't go there yet. Otherwise, I will explore the entire area and still do nothing. No marauders out in the main? No marauders out in the main. Phew. Okay, so we need to lockpick to get into there. There's marauder thug. This is open. I mean, if I find another mag pick, I know where I'm going back to. Ambidextrin seems like... Yeah, ambidextrin, dervish mist, all of those. Those seem like medicines likely. Likely stat boosting medicines. Like a mentats, etc. kind of thing. Cool, bounce. Save. Yep, good point. Well made. Thank you. Have it on now. Right, I'm starting to actually be able to read the language of the game. Like what objects are going to be searchable, what objects are pick upable, what doors are openable, etc., etc. No environmental storytelling for me in this bathroom? Ugh, how is it even an obsidian game? Bypass shunt. Well, it's just a little bit light armor. Happy for it. You have a second slot on your heal ability. Yeah, what do I do with that? Is it like putting another thing in here? And for people who don't save? Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to get away without saving. Ambidextrine is actually probably like our best battle boost for us right now, considering our playstyle. It's extra headshot damage and extra crit damage. Yeah, we are swimming in ammo at this point. I thought it was going to be a little problematic. I mean, maybe they're being polite to me here in the early game, but later on I'll just be able to buy all of it, you'd assume. No, I'm not opening that. I need one more maglev so I can go back and open something else. Right, mag pick. If this was a Bethesda game, there'd be 2 skeletons on that bed, and there'd be nothing outside.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Grace Romero. All right, Grace, what's up?
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Grace Romero, actually. All right, let's go looking for Adelaide.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
I'm looking for a geothermal plant. Know anything about it? Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness. I'll get out of here.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide, though?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
I mean, you say enough with the questions, and yet I'm seeing a whole lot more dialogue options. We've all got problems. I just got shot into space, you and me both. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship, or trouble with the Marauders. Trouble with the Marauders. Let's ask that.
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if Marauders got to her.
Lady named Zoe. Lady named Zoe. I'll keep an eye out. You could always go looking for her. Don't tell me you're scared of a few Marauders.
I've crossed off my share of Marauders. This ain't about them. I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma.
I'll keep an eye out. Any idea where she might be hiding, rather, or maybe the Marauders took her away.
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why Marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I can tell.
Low-key slam on Zoe? Any chance you could point me somewhere specific and not just out that?
Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
I'll keep an eye out. Or, you know what? Any idea?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
Yep, we definitely checked the room then. How well do you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Talk to Stefan. Check out the room. You seem so personable. I can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
All right, I'll keep an
Not
eye
like
out.
Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
All right, chat. I do want the hat, but I haven't found proof so far that you can just loot clothes off of dead bodies yet. Unless Marauder has got to her, then parts of it could be in a lot of places. I don't need to say that. Don't worry about it. I'll find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
I've got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
Let's change the subject.
What is it?
To the questions I have about Zoe.
Tell you what I can. What
Actually,
is it?
I've reconsidered. So her house is the one at the very end. I mean, again, I'm going to try and beeline straight for it. Whoops, accidentally got sucked into a different room. Weird. Strange how that happened. Totally out of my control, of course. Alright, fine. Wait, what? Wasn't there someone in here? Dude just straight up pieced. He doesn't want to be witness. Frankly, I appreciate that. Because otherwise I was going to have to murder them. No one's allowed to know that I'm a petty criminal in stealing, so anyone that knows that I am a petty criminal, I will immediately advance to master criminal and kill them.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
Stefan! Good to see you. Told to know that one of your numbers gone missing.
Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Viva la revolution de workers. Also, kill and murder the workers and steal their stuff. I'm a little between the two. There are acceptable losses. What happened on the day that Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Well, I'm going to leave that unremarked upon. Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was the surprise?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
I wonder if I can use the information about that to bait her at all. Because there was a drum sting that played as soon as we got that little bit of information. Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
I called it environmental storytelling. Hold on, there was something else around.
Hey, I got time.
I'd like to ask more questions about Zoe and then see if any of these can lead to anything else. No? Alright. Trade. I'll just sell all of the junk immediately. Should probably junk a couple more things, though. So we do actually now have workers' outfits. Good. Glad to finally have them. Pickle, thank you very much for the subscription. Enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. All right. I mean, I need that mag pick.
Not a peep for me.
Let's save it first. Beautiful. I'm not going to go all the way back to the previous location just yet.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Yes. How do I kill everyone in the town and then move you all into the town?
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Reed sent me to make peace with you. Let's talk about the home they made for themselves first. Looks like you made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Yeah, Adelaide's my favorite character already. You picked a terrible place to put down roots, or why'd you leave your old home? Let's go with that one.
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that Sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Great. So I have to ask Reed now. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Surprised you managed to grow anything out here. Or funny, I never knew you should grow tripe in a garden. Ugh, that's not me.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Is the fertilizer people? The fertilizer is always people in situations like this. Almost certainly. Back to gaming. How's it going? Welcome to the chat. Reed sent me to make peace.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off a power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. That's about it. Reed asks you to consider coming back to the town. He's willing to make amends. Something about coming back to town or losing power. I wasn't really listening. The garden belongs to us all. I wonder how many negative reviews I can find that accuse the game of communism because of that line. I think there's more on the nose lines in this game, King Doom, than that one. Let's go with the last one.
I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
I love her. She's instantly my favorite character. Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant. This is serious. I'm about to cut off your power. I'll say that one because obviously I'm not making the immediate threat.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Again, I don't want to say that I'm agreeing to his plans, but I guess this is the best that I can do. Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I'll consider it. What have you got against the town? I'm not looking to get mixed up in your problems. I just want to sort my ship. Hero to you, maybe? Hero to you, maybe. I mean, it's a good point. Well made and concisely, frankly.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
It's increasingly becoming obvious that this series is effectively going to be lesbian space communism simulator. Hell yeah! Almost certainly. I'll consider it. You think Reed's just trying to spite you? Like, what? Let's say I help you. What happened to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down. Workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
That's my intent, friend. Okay. Let's start stealing absolutely everything that's not nailed down again. Although, hang on, we should actually have a marker at this point. While I've got the marker, I'll try and pay attention to them. Gotta keep saving the game just so that I can casually steal. Plasma rifle. It says 82, but it has a weird symbol on the DPS there. Am I just like not trained enough to actually use it effectively? Oh no, it has a different damage symbol. So it's energy, special effect is burn, Sure, there seems no reason that I would not, like, swap that for the shotgun. It can charge up for a bigger attack. Let's save first. Okay, so this is gonna be a bolt rifle or a charge shot, either or. Didn't Pavati say the dude she knew moved out there, find him and stab him so that he can't steal it from us? Hang on, did she actually say that she knows someone who lives out here? Don't judge me, Pavati. I need them more than they do. Terminal access. Let's go with the personal files first. Hack 10 to bypass the password required. Silent Spring. Welcome, A. McDevitt. First entry is personal files, first entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away at a life in the Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational. Mostly. The soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having to taste the saltuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out, I want something fresh, something that grows out the earth. We found another worker from Edgewater. Ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious, must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple weeks. Physically, spiritually, is one of the flock now. Experimental notes. I am hereby repurposing this botanical lab for its original conception as a gear in the soulless automaton, rather. In the soulless automaton of the corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all slaver's choice. Yeah, that's effectively what they're evoking here consistently. Like all Space's choice products. It's cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own two hands. This place can become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturalists failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being so poor. I'm determined to find a way, may the eternal sunshine upon my endeavors. Catch you in the next one, Josie. Flora living things. As sensitive to the environment as any breathing, thinking body. I could contest that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists standing to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true, but I don't quite know how to explain that. I'm sure the scienticians will have something to say about biology or the carbon cycle. But I can conclude, after months of my own experimentation, that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. What are the organic materials? Classify for me. I need to know whether or not I'm about to, make all of the cannibals real happy. Not that it's going to change my mind. I'm still going to do it. I just want to know if that's what I'm going to do first. So that if anyone gets a hungry look in their eyes, I can immediately start to run. You probably need to get out of the valley first. Your internet got cut out for 2 hours. Where's he in the story? I am currently doing a thing? What is it called? Oh, right, a quest. Yeah, so you actually go to quest markers and things like that. It's new to me. It's difficult for me to get my mind around. Check Zoe's place. That's a good point, well made. I will do that as soon as I get back. That's rad as hell. So it's kind of got just life forms all around in like a No Man's Sky kind of way. There's no way I'm going to kill that animal. Chubby Snake is my best new friend. Or new best friend, rather. Hang on.
Okay, gone quiet.
Combat Drone, Mechanical Sentry, Mechanical Guardian. I mean, they're probably not going to come out here.
Here we go.
5 physical damage types. Sorry, 5 damage types. Physical and other things were also on the list. Damn it. Wait, Pavati! You only attack in range, so you've already run it. How dare you? I'm here to save you. She's down, but that's okay. We've got 3 of them. It looks like they're going around the outside, but I have to imagine there's not one. There's probably like a full perimeter here. Nope. There's just a slight entry off to the side. And again, environmental storytelling. The Marauders managed to break in here and immediately got just destroyed. Start breaking some of these down as well. Kind of want to get rid of that confirmation prompt though. Hang on. Sawed-off shotgun. I mean, it's the only sawed-off shotgun I have at this point. I should probably keep it. Plasma gun's really strong. Yeah, it's by far the strongest weapon that I've held at this point. Definitely going to be what I focus on for a fair while. Especially considering, like, it's not like small gun, big gun, plasma, or small gun, big gun energy. Like, they're not split up like that. The plasma guns are big guns, or long guns in this game. So I don't even have to, like, spec entirely into them. 27. Yeah, all that's just going to be junk. Tremor Cleaver. Hang on, Pavati. Let's have a comparison, because this has the effect of knockdown and it does way more damage, and this has the effect of bleed and does not do that much damage. Which of those should I go for? Gonna take me a while to figure it out. Vending machine discovered. Okay, so for discovering vending machines just exclusively, you already get experience as well. Also, yeah, those were actually shootable. For some reason, I was exclusively looking for, yeah, red containers. It looked like anything that's, like, has the visual appeal of something that might be lootable, but is not lootable, is what I'm going to have to use as my tell for if something's exploding. Or capable of exploding, at least. Damn it! Hitboxes. Come around. You can tinker with items to increase their DPS or armor at the cost of bits. Yeah, I need to find an actual place to do that at right now, though.